Okay, we're getting ready to start it up. Okay, we're gonna log in again. Gonna log in. I don't know what this thing do. It's like Facebook taking me through changes today. Okay, so um, it must gonna be real good if I gotta go through all this.
It's always gonna be good.
You better say that. Okay, what's going on with my Facebook over here? Okay, let's see if we're on. We want to go live. It's like it's upset or something. But baby, you don't know me. You're live on Facebook. Okay, it's getting there now, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna put it, we're gonna keep it in news feed. Okay, it's getting ready, posting. Okay. Public. Okay, it's starting in a few. That signal, we're on. All right, we are on. We're on, everybody. Okay, let me get over here where I can see my people. Hi, hi. Welcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I want to welcome you to Let's Talk About It Tuesday. I am Dr. Suzette Robinson, along with Dr. Broadnex. Would you introduce yourself, please?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Dr. Rashawn Broadnex, and I'm here in the Washington, D.C. metro area, actually in Washington, D.C. My salon is located right on the U Street corridor, which is a very busy hotspot here in the D.C. area.
Okay, okay, okay. We have an outstanding guest, and I really don't want to call her a guest because she's a very important part of what we do. And she has extremely, when I say a lot of information that the beauty industry needs, you all, she has it. And I want to take time before I do this great introduction and go ahead and I'm going to invite some of my people, if you'll give me a few minutes, and then you all can share share out to your people and let's get people on so we can really talk about it. So we're going to take a few minutes and I'm going to get over here and invite some people in. And I want you all to do the same, okay? Can we do that?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get it then. Let's get it. Okay, let's see. All right. Yeah. Okay. Um, I do want to take time out to really express gratitude for this opportunity. To what we're going to be talking about is scalp health, 4 steps licensed beauty CEOs can use in their business right now. And if we've never needed a time to have our information together, now is a pivotal time. I want to introduce to you Shanae Starnes. She is, we're going to post, I think it's probably going to be posted as we speak, her bio so you can learn some things about her. But I'm sure she's going to do an excellent job in introducing herself to you all. But from what I know about her, she is a bucket, or as my mother would say, a well of information. Um, Many of us have started in this industry, and we were taught to do our very best, be professional, but there were some things that were left out that we really need to know. And during the time that COVID came along, it really showed me that in our industry, there was a lot of information we left out that we really needed to know. So we're trying to make sure we get the information out now so that if anything should ever happen again, you will be well equipped to maneuver professionally. Dr. B often say, and I love to hear him say, how we need to have all our ducks in a row. Well, when you don't have it together, it will show when things happen. So please be very attentive. Feel free to ask questions, send your comments in. We're here for that. And I'm going to stop talking and let Shanae do what she do best. There you go, Shanae.
Listen, thank you, Dr. Suzette Robinson. It's a pleasure being on the platform with you. It's a pleasure being on the platform with you, sir, Dr. Broadnax. I'm very appreciative of this. I want to first off share that I'm Shanae Starnes. I'm located in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, and I am a cosmetology educator for the public school system here in the area. And I've been teaching cosmetology here for the last 10 years. A little more about me: I do have a bachelor's degree in business. I also have a master's degree in education. I'm a best-selling author. I've been told I'm a dynamic speaker. I'll accept that. I just have to wear that. I'm trying my best to get information to the people, but I just have a strong passion for coaching, which is my last hat, people to success. And so it's exciting to be here to share, talking about the 4 steps that licensed beauty CEOs, and let me stop and talk about the beauty CEO component. But before I get there, I just wanted to offer a thanks. I didn't know if I needed to move forward, but I want to say thank you for this opportunity, Dr. Robinson.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. We need what you have. Yes, we do. We do. And I do want you to feel free to use this platform to really speak to us, because like Dr. Broadnax says, and I was telling others in our national, please tune in. This is what we need. We need to collaborate together in order to be strong. When I spoke with Shanae, and she was giving me so much, and everybody on here, if you hear me, you're going to need this pen and you're going to need some paper, because the information is really vital for your success, for your success. And one thing I have learned just listening to Shanae was that when we learn how to take out important parts, I got a piece, you got a piece, you got a piece, and we come together, that's what's going to make us strong. The reason why we have so many missing links is because I understand everybody want to do their own thing, but we need to learn how to do it right so we can be able to sustain and build. And that's what I love about you, Shanae. You bring that great quality to the table. So I'm done talking, I'm listening, and I'm ready.
All right. Well, listen, I want to start out by saying that I enjoy helping beauty CEOs teach what they know so that they can expand their business, right? Okay. They need to expand their business. They need to learn how to get paid to teach what they know, what they love, and package their unique experience. I struggled with that for a minute because I was like, I wonder how we as professionals or experts in our fields even view the fact that we've been teaching all along. Our first students have been our clients. And so that's what led me to believe that, I had something to offer, just because my clients, I always gave them something to leave with. I always explained what I was doing. Did not realize that I was teaching and coaching more than 23 years ago. And so when I embodied that information, I said, okay, here I am. I wanted to pivot in this industry, but I wanted to continue to give back. I want my professionals to know that they too have a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of information, an awesome skill set. And, I've heard over the years, customers are going to YouTube and they're listening to what's going on in YouTube. Well, I offer to you that you get yourself in a position so that you are the YouTube, so that when the client comes to your chair and they want to show you, well, this is what you say, well, look, let me share my link with you, because I had a conversation on that same topic. And so all I'm saying to you is that there has to be a shift in your business. There's a pivot that has to happen. And Scalp Health, let's just talk about that. And I'm going to lead into the 4 steps, the 4 tips, the 4 things that you can do as a professional to increase your bottom line. Okay. This pandemic is serious, y'all. This is a serious time. Some of you that are watching right now are in a place where you don't know what to do. You were told in beauty school that this was a recession-proof industry. I remember, I've said it. But what we learned that was not recession-proof was the products that were being sold off the shelf at your local stores. You were shut down. And so I'm hoping and praying that because of that situation, that you've had a time to pre-plan a new plan in your business. Some of y'all are exiting because you don't know what to do. So we have to take what we know and start talking to our people. We have to try to get unafraid about doing shows like this, being a part of platforms that are formed to educate. We've been educating since the day you stepped in a salon after school, right?
Right.
And so scalp health is key.
Wow.
Your scalp is the doorway to sharing with you what your client is going through internally, systemically. What I like to offer to the audience is, if you still have your cosmetology book, pull it out. We going back to the foundation. If you're lost anywhere in your business, go back to the foundation and just rebuild again. True. And look for, you know what I'm saying? Look for like-minded individuals. Thank God that I've been calling the people that I've been connected with at this stage in my age and in my career, coach friends. These are people who have taken the time to invest in themselves. And when it comes to talking to your client about the state of their healthy hair, because that's a big movement, natural hair, all of that is a big movement. But many of us are afraid to address the scalp disorders, the scalp diseases, and the scalp conditions that you learn in school, because the way that it's positioned for us to learn information is that we're beautifying. Cosmetology is the study of hair, skin, and nails, and we're all on the beauty side of it. But when I talk to my younger students, they're all about, weaving it up and, really just getting into it. But I said, your client at some point is going to have a situation where she's lost hair after having a child. Something very stressful has occurred with her in her life. She has developed a disorder, and they're going to come to us first. They come to us first before they go to the doctor, because if they associate it with hair and scalp, they're coming to their stylist. The sad part is that we've not been able to inform them. We've not been able to be in position.
Yes. You know what? That is, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that was like, that's the key. That is the key. When you're not getting the information that you need, you feel lost, you kind of stumble in the dark, you kind of do what you think that should be done. And you're right, Shanae, many of people I know at this point are quitting, closing their salons, trying to find a job, you know what I'm saying? Instead of perfecting or learning a more excellent way to make what they do better. You know what I'm saying? Like teaching wig making, hint, hint, and stuff like that. I ain't calling no names, but people kind of know who. And you,
That's a
what you,
skill.
yeah, and what you said, we've been teaching since we what started.
Mhm.
Oh wow, that's a revelation by itself. Because a lot of times people don't know this what they're doing. They don't know they can take what they're doing and capitalize on it. Oh wow, that was good. I had to throw my 2 cents in. Thank you,
Yeah,
Dr.
I
B.
want to also let you know that there are um, 3 ways to package your knowledge, and that's either through knowledge, through your expertise and your experience, or
Right.
like you said, like through a skill set, such
Yeah.
as wig making, such as hair cutting, such as hair color. Like you're the bomb at that. And there's somebody out there that has just graduated from cosmetology school. Do you know that the first 2 years of graduation is the most critical time for a student? Many times they either take this industry and work it part-time, or they leave it all together
Together.
because they just can't find the right mentor. They just can't find the right coach. And you've been
Right.
standing there all this time available. But see, now we're in the information age to where what I do is help you package that, put a price on it, and now you've created a separate stream of income. And so if you are not in the salon because of COVID, if you're not in the salon because you just want to take a vacation, if you're not in the salon because look, you've been in the game so long, you just want to reduce the time that you're there, you could do that. You pump it up by being of service and informing this industry because we
Wow.
need it. We
We
need some
really
positive
do. Yes,
individuals,
we
some
do.
knowledgeable people.
And I often think, and I'm gonna tell you what helped me, and what people fail to realize, being encouraged.
Mm.
I was reading what Carmelita wrote. So y'all will see me looking back and forth because I'm looking. Um, and hello, Carmelita. Um, One thing I realize is that sometimes we don't know what we're really good at. You know what I'm saying? Because it comes natural. You working in the salon, you doing what you do, and you good at it. And you don't have no idea that you could. I love something you said, bottle it, you know what I'm saying? So to speak, take what you good at, bottle
Mhm.
it, put it into a container and produce it. You see what I'm saying? And so I think what has happened to Shanae, I keep on calling her Dr. Shanae, so she must be on her way, Dr. B. So one thing I realized, if you have a gift and you're like a speaker, you can take that and make and utilize it to be a blessing to you. You know what I'm saying? And like Shanae said, so everybody's not gonna do what she's doing. Everybody's not gonna do what I'm doing. Everybody's not gonna do what you're doing, Dr. B. But whatever you're good at, see, that's the thing I want to really hammer in to our people. Y'all divided, we fall.
Yeah,
We
united we
come
stand.
together. Listen, one thing I can say, we can build a nation. We can build a nation. We've just got to really, if you're on this live right now and you're experiencing some type of what word I want to use, where you feel stuck or don't really know what to do, hold what you got.
Yes.
Hold what you got. You have someone like Shanae who has studied and put her time in to be able to coach you through it. I, I'm never embarrassed to say if I don't know something. One thing about me, I will ask you and I will try to get the information. Will I not, Dr. B? I will call and say, well, how do you do that? I don't really care about what people think about me. It's the fact that I need this information and you have it. And that's the thing I see a lot of. People will not ask for help. They'll give up before they really try. And anybody know me, I will push you and push you, Dr. B, and push you. Yes, and push you because when I push you, I push me.
Mhm.
You understand? So it ain't like it's me and I'm just doing. No, when I push you, it's something in you make me go. So we have to learn how to step out and allow. Even I love the fact that she said, go get your book. Pick that book up. That's a foundation you'll never get off. You'll never get away from. I don't care who you are. You always gonna fall back on the foundation where you started, you know? So I like that. Oh my hush. Okay.
No, that's good. That's good. So Dr. Robinson,
Yeah.
Dr. Broadnax, have you ever, in your life, reached down in your pocket, you go to pull out your hand, you open it up, and you don't see nothing but lint inside your hand.
Can you,
Okay, have you?
yes, can you say last week?
Okay.
I was about to say, was that
Listen,
recently?
Yes, yes, yes.
and this is serious, it's the reality for some people. They put their hands in their pockets and they're coming up with lint, right?
Yes.
So this is what, like, Romans 12:2, we must be transformed by the renewal of our minds.
Yes, I love it.
Transformed by the renewal of our minds, and
Yes.
think back on how you've already overcome something. Renew this mindset, and that's all that I want to offer to you tonight before I get into the content. But I also want to say to you, and I'm in tears when I say this.
Mm.
I'm in tears. It has been the pursuit of it all. You know how you say we count it all joy?
Mhm.
Listen, that dash between your born date and the day that you leave here, it's the pursuit of it all. That you keep getting up, mounting back up, getting up, mounting back up, but you got to lock arms, with some individuals that are, like you said, it's that push and pull
Mhm.
mentality, not push you out the way, but push so that we can be pushed to our greatness. Because I needed to be pushed, so I'm letting you know that I'm an example of someone saying, look, girl, you need to get this. And even myself saying to myself, look, girl, you need to get this. You need to push
Yes.
yourself. You need to go on live. You need to take a deep breath and just do what you need to do, because there are people that are connected only to you. There are people only connected to you, Dr. Robinson. There are people that are only connected to you, Dr. Broadnax. And I need for the audience to know that if you sit quietly, then you are stifling the people that are
That's
connected to
right.
you.
Mm.
So
Good.
the 4 steps, if you don't know the Scalp Health, but we are in a position right now that people are suffering financially, and some are suffering health-wise, from the stress of all of this, and it's going to come out in your skin, it's going to come out in your hair.
Mm.
So being in position to be able to address these things will add an additional income, because these are the steps I'm going to tell you that's going to help catapult your business. Let me go ahead and start. Let me just start with number 1. The first step is the consultation.
Yeah.
Now, we throw that around so much, but what I come to realize after adding hair loss specialist and practitioner to my repertoire, I
Mhm.
realized that at no other time than any other, the consultation has been pivotal, but we don't use it like we should in the cosmetology realm. And by the time you want to step your game up to become a hair loss specialist, you want to become a hair loss practitioner or a trichologist, which is really you studying the scientific component of every section in the cosmetology book, because you go through theory before you hit practical.
That's
See,
right.
everybody wants to run to the practical, Dr. Robinson. They just want to do some hair. They just want to do
Yeah.
the facials. But they can't talk to you and remember what it was with the theory. Okay, that's just another term for the scientific part. But what I want to offer to you during the consultation is the gateway to your cash flow. So you
Mm.
have to sit and study your consultation methods and develop qualifying questions that align with the end result that you want to happen.
Oh, that's good.
For instance, someone comes in and you've identified that it's eczema. You've also identified this is something that you can do in-house. So the questions that you're positioning to the client are going to allow them to answer in a way that's going to lead you to the product that you've already pre-planned that you're going to be able to offer to the client. So now, not only do you have a service with them being there in the chair, now you have included your product sales. See, we get a little shy when it comes to retail. I'm just going to tell you, some of the cosmetology schools don't have a good component as it pertains to the retail. But when you are having, when we think about consultations, we got to switch it and say, this is a professional conversation. We have conversations about our clients. You know everything about them. You know everything about their family, but you stand as the professional. So this is your opportunity to sit down before you go into your salon, before you go into your clinic, and start writing down the questions that are going to align with the solutions that you're going to offer. Put a dollar amount with that. If that means that you'll be able to offer her a treatment package that's going to be $45, you already know that this conversation is going to end with them being in a package for $45. Or if you know that there is a scalp treatment that you're going to do in-house, you're not going to send them home with product. You want to go ahead and already have that so that when the client comes in, you're not like, oh my God, I don't know what to charge. I don't know what to do. So getting back to the foundation, this is why I brought up the cosmetology book, because it's getting back to that foundation. And we teach you to have the consultations, but you know what we don't do too much in the industry is have clients charge for a consultation. They ask you all these questions and then hang up and be like, oh, okay. It's almost like they shopping around. You know what I'm saying? They just shopping, just drawing out all my time. But we haven't set that standard. So this is what I like about, all right, if I got to put my trichology hat on and I'm going to talk to you a little deeper, I'm going to talk to you about nutrition. I'm going to go a little deeper with what medications you're taking. Like I'm going to ask the qualifying questions, even in the trichology component. There are questions that you need to ask that's going to provide the answer for a package or a treatment that you're going to already offer. So I wanted to say the first step in order to transition your current business is to step up the questions that you ask during the consultation. If you're like, I don't know what to ask, then Google a form that is just a consultation for beauty professionals, just a generic one, just to get you in the practice of that,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely, absolutely. And to add on to that, for those of you that have taken or will take P2P, we offer that packet where you can learn how to do consultations from every level, from class 101, which is the hair loss specialist. It has a consultation. You remember, Dr. V? Then you have one for 201, 301, and 401. By the time you get to trichology, you master that thing. You can pretty much go in and really master that. And she's absolutely right, because asking the most important questions during that consult, the root word consult, is so important, because you learn a lot about what's going on with that client by asking the correct questions. Okay. And I'm gonna make you laugh though, really. Now, when I was in school, how you tell the student, listen, y'all fill out them papers. When they come to your chair, you talk to them. And y'all know 99.99% of the time, they were so glad to get them tickets and do some, as Shanae said, do some hair. They ain't asked the lady nothing about her medication, why her hair purple. They ain't asked her nothing. They just done got started. And you know what? And as a result of that, things happen that they should have asked questions about. and we wouldn't have gotten into the issues that come out of it. So you are absolutely right. Consultation is key. It's key.
Yes, listen, we are considered rapid responders, first responders. Like, again, we
First
are some of the
response. I
people
love
that
that. First
see
response.
things, and they're looking for us to help them. They're
Yeah.
looking for you to provide the solution. And just lastly, your consultation and your business is only as effective with the questions that you're asking. That's just the bottom line. So that's the first tip. It's that consultation
Okay.
component.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay. I'll be
Tip
reading.
number, you gotta,
No, I was trying
okay.
to see if a question came through. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I was just gonna say, the next tip that I'll share with you is the analysis. The
Okay.
analysis. So
Yeah.
you can better prepare when you put on the scope of an analyzer. So you have to be able to analyze not only the hair beyond the hair shaft, which is, the hair fiber. This is what we work on. We like to look nice and shiny, spray it up. We got the right products for that. But
Yeah.
now there are some things that you have to listen deeply on what the client is not saying, what they look like, and only a person who embodies the energy of an analyzer will be able to pick that up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Especially during COVID, people are losing hair. They are having issues and they can't see the top of their head. They can't see it. You're there to see that. And so if you go ahead and embody that, then that's where success will provide you in your business, because now they're like, look, I want you to go to see this young lady, this stylist. I've not had anybody tell me the things that she's told me. And guess what that does? That really provides a spiral effect in your business.
Absolutely.
And this spiral effect has nothing to do how good you're able to do hair. It's how informed you are to do hair. You're not just in business to do hair, you're in business to be in business. And see, Dr. Robinson, that's why I became a teacher. I wanted to come back because I felt like in hair school, I just thought I was in school to do hair behind the chair. And I did not understand how much of a CEO that I had to embody in my head, that I've literally decided to not work for someone else, but I wanted to work for myself. Do you know how much of a mind shift that requires? That means you have to study the big businesses. What we're sharing here tonight are things that big business do. That's you, little fish. That's you, big fish. You know what I'm saying? That's us.
Yeah.
That is us. Being a CEO of our company is key. So analyzation is something that you want to make sure that you're doing. Look, we're not going to just talk about the analyzation of your client's hair. We're going to talk about the analyzation of you and your mindset and your habits. Everything that you do on your personal level, it's automatically transferring over to your business. You can't separate the two, not as a business owner. If you treat people nasty, you might be able to get away with it for a little bit, but it's going to come out. So that means you have to analyze and work on yourself, and you have to take the time to build a good business, because you can build one high and large, but if you don't get yourself in check and take some self-analyzation, that doesn't matter. It'll fall just as much as it built high for you. Another area to analyze outside of your client, once you embody that, are your finances. How well do you do with money? Because you bet not go into 2021 the same way you came in, whether it's with your finances, whether it's the increase of, talking with your client and being a little more analytical analytical, analyzing who you are on a personal note, because your business is a direct reflection of who you are and how you've grown. You should want to put on your wall in the salon the certificates, letting the clients know, this is the old school tactic. I'm like, I'm gonna put that on the wall. I'm gonna up my prices because I don't went and got some continuing education. Yes, because I'm in business. And we got to think like that so that the people can respect our industry. There's a lack of respect in this culture, in our industry. Why? Because it's our perceptions that we are offering. We're not on time for appointments. We are not, what's the word I like to use? We are not massaging our clients, taking care of them. We're not being in tune. So just because you're in business to make money doesn't mean that you can't be in business to make an impact, a serious impact, so that you will never have to worry about making money, because it's going to make itself, because the people are going to run and tell their friends, and they're going to tell a friend to tell the friend to know somebody to tell a friend. And so that's that analyzation that I wanted to make sure that we talk about. The third step is become a master researcher.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Master researcher. I can see that. I can see that. Because, one thing, Dr. Broadnex, we're learning even as as we continue to grow in our levels, we're always researching. I mean, there is never time that we don't have to research. So I like what you just said. That is a key component. I love it. I love it. Research.
It increases your value.
It does. It does.
I like going to informed people because I'm an informed person. See, I might say, well, you know what? I did hear about that. Can you help me out a little further? Mm-hmm. And you sitting there talking about you don't know, when you could say, you know what? Now, what was that you mentioned? Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't really have the answer right now, but let me get on the phone with some of my people that's in the industry, and I'm going to get back with you. Sometimes you don't have to have the answer right away. I think that's why we don't push ourselves to be more informed and more education. Look, okay, so the states, I know in North Carolina, they had to force us to get the continuing education. And I ain't going to say force, but they made it a requirement.
Yeah, they did. They did.
There should never have to be a requirement, because if you understand the attribute of a 21st century individual, lifelong learning is the way to have it, because you don't ever want, with the way the world is ever changing, you need to be wanting to know more.
At all times.
At all times. Fail forward, meaning, there may be some things that you just don't get. I promise you, God will send you the right people to say, look, you don't even need to know that, but put this person in position. They're going to help you get what you need. Like, as small as a mustard seed. Anybody out there have big faith? Activate that faith.
Yeah.
Because that's what entrepreneurs have to do, because we have to rely on ourselves.
Yes.
And when I say ourselves, it's the God would think, because you got to get a source from somewhere, right?
That's true.
And so that research positions you to retain clients, to retain customers, get a better understanding of what the body is doing, what the scalp is indicating to you that's going on with the body. And moreover, the body, my friend and I were talking, and this made sense. The body wants you to live. We want to live. And so if there's anything going on with the body, it's going to pull from the hair. And this is why you can see the indication of something going on. Look, this large organ that we got going on, and this is research. Because you got to become research analysts to add the two together in order to understand. Yeah, go ahead, Dr. Robinson.
But you know what? Think about it. You said something that just made me laugh. Everything wants to live, but everyone is not doing what's conducive to life. Okay? You think about, and I hate to use this as an illustration, but if I'm gonna use a roach, because some of y'all know what roaches are. Not to say I didn't say y'all had roaches. I said a roach, okay? So if you try to kill that roach, he immediately take up or she or whatever. They run. They go, why? Because they want to live. No, but you've got to do the necessary measurements for
Come on now.
life. So when you said that you breathe life into an idea that's in my mind, you know, collaboration with people that have like-minded, that want to be successful, you know what I'm saying, in their profession, we breathe life on each other, you know? If I have a conversation with you, Dr. B, and we're talking about something, and you say, oh, you know, I ain't thought about that. That's an aha moment, and it's like a breath of fresh air. We're like, you know what? I may not know how to do it, but I'm going to write some down and maybe we can collaborate to kind of get this thing going. We can research together. This is something we've got to do as a people. Shanae, we got to do this as a people so we can live. In order for our industry to stay alive, we got to do what it takes to breathe life into it. It's going to die because we let it die. Okay? Because we let everybody play a part in this. It ain't them and them other folks, they doing it. They doing it because we let them do it. They put their business in our community because we let them do it. You understand? They talk to us like that because we let them do it. They disrespect who we are because we let them. I'm going to tell you straight up, that time is gone with me. You know? And when you said that, it was like a breath of fresh air, like, oh, okay, you in control of this. If it works, it's because you put the time in. If it don't work, I can't blame y'all. I'm gonna look at myself. You understand? So, oh, that was an aha moment for me. I don't know if y'all got one, but I got that.
and to your point, as long as we got living people and we're breathing,
Yes.
you're going to need to take care of this large organ called skin, which is right up under your scalp. I mean, it's right up under your hair. It's called scalp.
Talk, girl.
And as long as people have hair, then there is a need for us. So we have to do that's why I said you have to renew your mind, because hair and all that good stuff, that ain't going nowhere. That's not going anywhere, because that is an essential part of our living, is our grooming. Y'all remember in the book,
Come
we
on,
talk
get
about
with
the history.
Yes.
And we talk about where things started back in the Egyptian
era. I remember that.
I just have to add, you know, the publisher, they had to do this, and it was about time, but they finally added the Africans. In 2016, in the My Lady textbook, they finally put the Africans in the book. That's a whole nother separate topic. I have some views on that, but nonetheless, so if you see that the beautification has been going on before all this manufacturing, and they were using nuts and berries and things like that, it ain't going nowhere. You can run for this industry and go work for someone else and do, that's fine. You can also do this part-time. You can do it however. See, that's what CEOs do. You can do it part-time, you can do it full-time, but don't give up because it's not working for you. It's going to work for somebody. Yeah, it's going to work for somebody. It's just that we need to renew our minds and get on the CEO mindset. We already know, we have the conversation, but we didn't learn, you know, when we were in school, we're taught to work for someone, and you're absolutely right. Many of y'all grew up in an era like me, the reading, writing, and arithmetic era. But now we're in a 21st century, well into it, 20 years into it, and they're teaching these kids a whole nother curriculum. And there's 4 things that I want to share with you that falls under the learning that I am supposed to teach the student of today. There's 4 C's to learning that is very powerful. There's 4 C's, y'all. And so when I studied this and I learned about this, I was like, wow, I wonder if the parents of the kids that we're teaching even understand this. If they understood that, then they could get more of what they need from the home. But because we're in a shift, We're in a shift of learning where we were taught with the teacher to stand in front of the room and that's it. Now they want to differentiate the learning. They want to personalize the learning. Well, that's great. So let me give you that real quick, and then I'll give you my last tip. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be typing while you're doing
You have to be a critical thinker.
Okay.
You have to, and that falls under analyzation. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, these new skills being taught to the new age. You remember, I know growing up, I was told to put my thinking cap on.
Yes.
Go, you,
Yes.
put your thinking cap on. That's all you're doing. That's all. You just forgot about it, but that's all you're doing. So critically think about things, because if you critically think, you won't say half the stuff that you say. You won't talk yourself out of business deals. You won't talk yourself out of relationships.
Yeah.
You won't talk yourself
Yes.
out of a lie if you critically think. So that's an attribute of a 21st century learner. The next one is for you to be creative. Like I said, the book of cosmetology gave you the foundation. After that, innovation is the key. That's what we taught y'all. We told y'all that this was an innovative and lucrative industry.
Yes.
Why do you not think that we wasn't talking about you? We were talking about you. So the creativity is something that's necessary, because when you're creative, then you can reinvent yourself. You can rebuild, you can renew.
So good. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Then your communication. Communication. There's a lot of relationships. There are a lot of client relationships, business relationships, family relationships that are suffering, that have suffered due to communication. So practicing your communication, don't get it twisted. I didn't get to this place like this. I got in front of the mirror and I practiced I was like, oh my God, I look crazy. Oh my God, I sound like that. But what happened was I stopped being so critical of myself.
That's right. That's right.
When you all say, Shanae, you're this, I allowed that to help build me.
Yes.
It helped build me. And I had to do this scare. What did I say before we went live?
Yeah.
I'm looking at Dr. Broadneck like, you are nice and calm and relaxed.
Yeah,
but this is what we have to do to get out what God put in us to get out to the people, to communicate. Start with yourself and communicate with yourself inwardly, and first say, I love you. I love you, and build that part up. Then extend it to your family. Make your family be a good extension of who you are, the best you can. I know they are all separate and different people. Trust me, I got kids, okay? But it's that communication that you have to continuously work on, because that is how business deals are made. I don't make business deals with people that can't communicate well, because if they haven't taken the time, I'm not talking about how they speak. I have been around some people that have had lists, that have don't talk clear, will chop up some words, but let me tell you, I'm sitting there taking notes, and I'm like, look, y'all, I'm gonna share this person with you, but I'm just letting you know, or I won't even say anything because it don't matter. It's what they were bold enough to do with the fact that they said, I'm gonna share what I gotta share. Daddy making money off of it. Les Brown is a mentor to me. He stuttered. There's so many, there's countless testimonies, and so why isn't it you? Why can't it be you?
Why not you?
And the last C is collaborations like this. The last C of the learning component that we need to embody is to collaborate. We have to be okay with sharing. Sharing is caring.
It is.
Okay. Sharing is not taking my shine. Sharing is not being boastful, because what I've learned is what God has for me, God has for me. And you may think that you're taking something, or you might think that I took something, but there's already people that's connected to me that God is going to allow to manifest if I just keep on going. And look, there's nothing new under the sun. So you think that you created all of this. No, you might have innovatively twisted it up a little bit, but look, we have to collaborate in order to reach the masses of people. This is the prime example. This show is a prime example of this platform reaching my network of people, this platform reaching Dr. Broadneck's people, this platform is reaching Dr. Suzette Robinson people, and they're all getting what they need from this collaboration. Now,
Absolutely.
what Dr. Robinson can do with this, which is going to tie into why I want to help beauty professionals teach and package and sell what they know, is take this recording and say, listen, y'all, when I first did this recording, it was free. But now for $27, you can download this from my website because it's content. Okay. I'm sorry, did I get I'm just saying, right?
No,
that's why I
you're
want
good.
y'all.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
I want y'all to know.
Listen, y'all, she's being herself. I just need to interject that she's being herself. This is what we're talking about. When you're collaborating with like-minded people, no matter what your business is, it may not be the beauty industry, but whatever it is, if you get with like-minded people, they can pull out of you things you hadn't thought about. They can help you jumpstart. She has helped jumpstart a lot of stuff in me. And she turned around and said, well, Dr. Robinson, you making me do, I ain't making you do that. It's in you to do. There are things that, and this is what I want, if I can get somebody to just really hear me tonight, I want us to stop being so selfish in what we're doing. Y'all, we are some powerful people. Our race is powerful. But the thing that hurts us is not being able to collaborate. We are so afraid that somebody's going to get ahead of us. But I'm here to tell you, we can make this journey if we go together. P2P has changed its platform entirely. With this particular class I have now has thrust me out there, and they say I thrust them. No, they're thrusting me, but what I'm saying is that we're pushing each other because we realize that we need each other. And if I could get our people as a whole to stop looking at what you're doing, Sinead, or she gonna make some money, and I ain't gonna, look, it's so much out there to be made. And a friend of mine, we talked earlier, and I think she's on here, Lonnie, we were talking, she said, one thing about what we're doing is never going away. People gonna always need our services. They're gonna need hair services. They're just gonna need us. But one thing we've got to do, we've got to get in line, get ourselves positioned to meet their needs. We're no good if we are all raggedy. She gave us these 4 C's. And I'm gonna post my, they know I post everything. So I'm gonna, because it's gonna be a conscious effort I have to put forth to remember these and put them in their rightful place, because I've learned order since I've been around. Now she's very orderly, I will say that about her. So I'll be kind of just trying to make sure my stuff be together, Dr. B, before I call her, like, hold on. No, she gonna have us. So, and that's good, because when you're around people that know how to put things together, they help you bring your stuff together. She's teaching me, you don't get, we got to bottle that, we got to move this over here. This is how you build a kingdom. And I told each student, I know y'all on here, I'm gonna give y'all extra credit because I seen y'all now. But I'm saying this, I told them, Dr. B, it's time for us to study the kingdom. And what I mean by that, when you study royalty, you learn how they educate the children, how to become royal minded. Here we are, we royalty too. We're children of the Most High God. So shouldn't we be thinking like kingdom kids? You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't we approach everything that we do from a royal perspective? And that's the purpose of doing this tonight. We're trying to open up minds and hearts so that we can start thinking like the people we are. Okay? And if you start living like the people you are, you will not settle for anything less. And I have learned that. I'm looking at all y'all comments. Shanae, they are so enjoying this segment. And I am enjoying. Dr. B, I got to let you say something. It's time for you to say something, Dr. B.
I have thoroughly just been enjoying listening because, like you said, a lot of times people are put in place to inadvertently feed you. So that I'm sitting here quiet in this moment so I can receive, instead of just constantly doing my thing.
Yes.
I'm on the receiving end at this moment, and it has opened up my mind and made me think of a lot of different things. And just in a lot of things that you said, Shanae, I kind of hear myself, things that you've mentioned. And so that's great. It's like a confirmation. It's a yes, you're doing the
Wonderful.
right thing. Yes, you're moving in the right direction. So I'm just sitting here quietly, receiving. Go ahead.
This is wonderful. Um, I'm sure now, those of you that were on here, you can read in the comment section the accolades that Shanae has. She is again, I say she's a well of information. She can help us in all aspects of our business, taxes. We need this, you all. I'm being serious. It's one thing to say you have a business, just to give it a name and say you have it. And then it's another thing to be operating in your business, okay? Because when push came to shove and we had to show that we were that business that we've been saying, and some of us couldn't qualify for no funds. You know what I'm saying? It was just people just all over there, oh Lord, what I'm gonna do? You should never get caught like that again, because you should now is the time to get the information that you need. One thing I will say, I like some of the comments on here. I'm gonna peep on here, okay? Can I, y'all? And I love, I see you, Dr. Pam. Okay, link up and make it work together. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's Marguerite. Hi, Odessa. Um, but when we get down to the 4 C's, I have to go back to that. Shanae, I don't know why I keep wanting to call you doctor, but eventually I will.
Thank you.
The 4 C's to me is the powerhouse of our existence and being successful. Okay. Because she said critical thinking, be creative, communication, and collaboration. And God knows we need help in all those areas of our business, because a lot of times we will not collaborate with each other. We won't call each other. We won't talk to each other. We won't do none of that wonderful stuff that we're supposed to do. But we're going to change that. Am I right about it? Hey, we got to change it. So our time is up. I know y'all loving this, ha ha, but we got to go. So check this out. If you like, those of you, if you would, put your comments and questions in the box. And if it's okay with Dr. B and Shanae, I would like for her, us to come back together on next Tuesday. Is that good, you guys?
Okay.
Because I'm sure she has more. And we will post what the title will be.
We didn't
Did
hit
we
the
hit
last,
everything tonight, Shanae?
Can
What'd you say, Dr. B?
no, we missing the last one. Do we have a
Oh,
couple of minutes to go over the last one?
which one?
Salute.
It's the fourth tip.
Oh,
And
my mistake. I'm gonna shut up.
No, that's okay. I got sidebarred, but and I wanted to get that information in. Please forgive
Okay,
me, but
okay.
the last step is the solve, the
Is what?
solution. You are
Solution.
the you are a problem solver.
Yes.
You started a business. Any entrepreneur that starts
Mhm.
anything is starting it because they want to solve a problem. Um, Apple got started because there was a need of, and they began their pursuits. Jeff Bezos noticed that he could get books online. It was not heard of. So in every business that has begun, Walt Disney figured out, look, nobody can give you the customer service to make you feel like you're a kid in a wonderland. And
Mm.
so um, you being able to solve a problem, and that's all we do. We're not in here just doing hair, we're solving an issue. The person can't do the hair, the person needs their hair done, the person needs for them to get a service. We're service providers. And so with everything that was said tonight, those letters that I just gave you, it is spelling out cars, CARS, okay? You're going to be the best consultant that you can be with consultative selling. You're going to be the best analytical provider in your business. You're going to begin to be that researcher that's necessary, and you're going to solve problems. And so we're going to all hop in our cars and get moving.
That was good. Okay.
And I just want to leave you with that.
That
So
was
that was
good.
those were the 4 tips that you can utilize that's going to be able to you can use in your business right now to increase income. Just can't be afraid to do it.
I love it. I think this information should jumpstart a lot of us. I was reading your different ones, messages, they're really excited. And let me just say this. With this information, this will be on, go back and revisit this live. It will also be on YouTube. It will be on our Instagram. It's going to, as far as we can share it, I want you to like and share this information. And we're going to come back again because we're not finished. And it is so much that we need to talk about. And I'm going to say this, those of you that's on here and know I'm going to call you pretty soon, go ahead, as Shanae said, go ahead and get your topic ready, okay? Because look, if you never take the initiative to step out and say something or to sell yourself, I tell every class that I have, who are you selling? Yourself. People not impressed with product. I can buy product all day, but I'm selling Suzette. And I'm selling what Suzette knows. I'm selling what Suzette can do. And you know what? It's a mighty fine thing because you are your brand. So for those that have been contemplating that's on this right now, that have thought about quitting, don't. Let's get together and find out what you're really good at, and let's capitalize on that. Let's like make that do what it does. I am Dr. Suzette Robinson. I have new classes that are coming about. And by the way, Shanae has just completed. She is a certified hair loss practitioner at this time. She is. And she has successfully completed it. And what I want to say about that is that some of us need to take the initiative to take advanced classes or to take continued education, whatever it takes to get you where you need to go. I have learned the years that God has blessed me, I don't know everything, but I got to remain teachable and open so that I can grow. If your hand is like this, as my husband loves to say, he tells his ministry all the time, when your hand is like this, nothing can get in and nothing can leave. But when you're like this, you can receive, and you can also give. So that's my mission as Dr. Robinson. That's P2P's mission. Those of you want to join on and learn more about how you can make your business become your greatest asset, please reach out on Facebook. You can find me. You can go to my website, which is Wigs by Suzette. I think Donnie posted Dr. B's page on here. He can also give you information. And now you can reach out to Shanae. She's on Facebook. And anything that we can do to help you transition, to move further in whatever God has called you to, then you need to reach out and get it. If you don't get it, that's your fault. Okay, we have open enrollment at P2P, so we got a lot of classes coming, so you can find your way. You can find something in there that you need. And I appreciate you tuning in. I'm so happy, so thankful. Dr. B, is there anything you want to say?
Well, no, there's nothing really that I want to say, but that I thoroughly enjoyed listening to you. I enjoyed the food, I should say, because it was definitely a full meal of things to
Yeah.
think about, things to implement, and make sure that, I have in line moving forward. The great thing that I like about this, and this is how I can tell that you are a teacher, is you gave a roadmap. And that's what people
Yes,
need, because a lot of times they know where they're trying to get to, they just don't know how to get there.
yeah.
And sometimes they need that roadmap. And so this is definitely a roadmap for success in your business. So thank you so much for that. And then to Miss Dr. Suzette Robinson, I know she loves to say I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, but for those that might be, I know Dr. Pam was on the live.
Yes.
I'm going to teaching a class at her salon coming up on I don't like to call I call it the man units.
Okay.
Need
Okay.
it.
How about that?
See,
I don't want to call it the man weave because that's, I don't like when people say that. But the hair units for men, so that is going to be coming up, and then we have some other things in the works. So all your talking, Suzette, is not falling on deaf ears. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? They will tell you, I love to push people, but I found out somebody pushing me now. So if they push me, I'm going to push you harder. So this is how it goes.
All pushing, we all going to get where we're going, right?
That's right.
So it's okay for the push.
That's right. And I love for Dr. B to tell what he's doing, because somebody on here may need those classes. And and you know what, when you don't know who you can call or whatever, but hey, here is the man. He has the tools. He know how to make it do what it do. And you know what, I want people to know that's what he's doing. Okay, so I mess with him quite a bit. I'm gonna mess with everybody. And so I realize they messing with me now, but however, this is how we become, we promote ourselves by doing this. So Shanae, I'm hoping that you will come back next week with more information. Let us know what the topic will be, and we'll put it out there. And listen, tell a friend, you all, that we will be back on Let's Talk About It Tuesday, so we can give you more information that will help you to be very successful in your business, in your life, in you. We're building you, okay? So good night, everybody. And Shanae, thank you so much.
Thank
Dr.
you.
B, thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all again, okay?
Thank you.
Good night.
All right.
Good night, everyone.